What is up, watch friends? Welcome to Saturday, another episode of Talking Timepieces with Tony. I'm Tony. Today we are going to be talking about a watch that I've had that I've not put on any social media or done any reviews on. I have a lot of watches that I've not done reviews on, quite simple. I do the reviews on the watches that I decide I do the reviews on, but I have some watches that are just stored and I don't wear them, and so putting some of my other watches away, I came across this like it was just laying around, but I do have a Vacheron Constantin, and I decided, well, one of my viewers decided, and one of my friends actually decided that I should do a video on it, considering it's high horology and I love Vacheron Constantin. So we're gonna do like an unboxing and review of this watch. I pulled it out and it's just such a stunning watch, and I don't necessarily know if it's a watch. I don't think I would buy this particular watch now, and I don't really have the means to either. I mean, there's other watches that I would probably buy before I buy this one, but this is a stunning watch. And then I decided, well, I'll put a new strap on it and take the old one off, and that's what I did. And not that there's anything wrong with the other strap, it's just very old and been sort of sitting. So I'm going to open this up. Vacheron have amazing boxes. So first and foremost, we take the lid off, and the first thing we have here is a passport, which has stuff. I'll go through that. We then have the box itself. Let me show that to you. I'll show that to you in a minute. We have additional, I say, paperwork, documentation, things like that. And it's a history, and it's got a calendar, and it's all kinds of things. And it's nice leather. Beautiful. This is the box. I have it somewhat open because it's a little hard to open once it's been closed, just because it's been sitting for so long. And then we open the watch. We open the box. We have a nice Vacheron cleaning cloth. We have the Geneva seal tag, kind of like what Rolex has with the superlative chronometer tag. This is the Geneva seal tag, which is very important, and it's a very high accomplishment for high horology brands. And then we have the watch. Whoa, shit, man. And there it is. It's the patrimony. And it's a beautiful, beautiful watch. And I'm going to go over it with you. But let's first have a look. Let's put the box down. So we have the passport, and here is the documentation, the certificate of origin with the Geneva seal. So it has, there's the Geneva seal. And then I'm not going to hold it too close, but you get the idea. The Geneva seal is something that, again, the watch movement has to be made in Geneva or Canton area of Switzerland. And also they have to be highly decorated. The thing with Vacheron Constantin is you have all of those elements. Look at that watch. On the green alligator strap, it just pops. And I'm going to go over the watch. It's like I say, it's one of these watches that I don't wear. I've been wearing it for the last couple of days, though. And I put the strap on it last night. So let's talk a little bit about the watch. So essentially, Vacheron Constantin started in 1755 by Jean-Marc Vacheron. 1819, they became Vacheron and Constantin. And then in 1970, they became Vacheron Constantin. I don't want to get into the whole history of them. I can tell you that they are the oldest consistently operating Swiss watch manufacturer. First one was Blancpain, but they obviously went out of business until Beaver revived them, Jean-Claude Beaver. And this particular watch is the Vacheron Constantin Patrimony 8518/00R-9248. This is a watch that is a current referenced model. The watch is $31,800. And the buckle is 18 karat rose gold. They call it pink gold, which is the same. You have the hallmarks, you have the Geneva seal. You can tell it's the older movement because of the rotor. The rotor is 22 karat gold, and it's decorated, and all of this is done by hand. This is the highest of horology when it comes down to it. Vacheron Constantin also have they hold the record for the most complicated watch ever, and that's their pocket watch. I think it has 60 something complications in it. But the Patrimony was developed in 2004, and it came from the archives and inspiration from the 1957 Vacheron dress watch. That, you know, back in the 50s, they didn't call it a Patrimony. It was just part of their catalog. But it was inspired by the 1957 Vacheron. 40 millimeter case. It's obviously pink gold. You've got a ivory dial with the date, aperture at the 6 o'clock. You have the Maltese cross up at the 12 o'clock. And the Vacheron Constantin is stamped. You have 18 karat gold indices as well as hands with about a 40-hour power reserve. The crown's small. It's very difficult to wind, actually. But it's, you know, it is what it is. So it's a beautiful piece. It's an in-house movement, 2450 Q6-3. And the Patrimony is the essence of Vacheron Constantin classic style. It's classic, elegant, sophisticated, and it's the purest version of Vacheron Constantin in their classic form, so to speak. You have a sapphire crystal front and back, slightly domed in the front. Now the case, true watchmaking back in the day, Patek Philippe do this as well, is they make the case, but the lugs are separate. And then what they do is they weld the lugs or solder the lugs onto the case, and then they, of course, blend them in through polishing and how they do that. So let's put it on the wrist. And it really does look great with this green alligator strap, I have to say. I would also say that, you know, now it's not, like I say, a watch that I would probably buy at this time. For one, it is expensive. I don't really have the means to spend that kind of money. And if I did spend $32,000 on a watch, it might be a different version. I think Patek Philippe are the epitome of high horology and my favorite brand, you know. And then you have Patek Philippe, and people are going to argue, well, no, Patek or sort of blah, 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 or Audemars Piguet, it's part of the Holy Trinity. Whatever. When you start getting up into this level, really doesn't matter. You know, it's what you like. It's what you prefer. You're not going to tell me, you can't convince me that Patek make a more high horology watch than Vacheron Constantin, because they don't. Actually, Vacheron Constantin hold that freaking record. So, but Pateks are nice too. Audemars, I don't care about. Breguet, another watch. Now, one of the things why I wouldn't probably buy this watch again is that it's a 40 millimeter case. It's slightly big for a dress watch. Now, they still make it. It's still a current reference in their catalog. But they do also have the new ones that are at 39 millimeter. I'd be more apt to purchase that one, I think I would. They do have a manual wind offering that doesn't have a see-through case back, and that's at about $25,000. But it's still beautiful. And they only just started offering colored straps. Generally, they're just black or or brown, you know. And this, you know, there's nothing wrong with the alligator strap that it comes with. I mean, I have it in this baggie here, and it's in pretty good condition because the watch has really never been worn, you know. But I'm gonna try to wear this a little more. Most of my watches right now are away in my storage because of a couple of things. I'm not wanting to hold a bunch of expensive watches here, at least right now. So you've got, again, the 18 karat gold buckle as well, which is done with that Maltese motif, so to speak. It's a very comfortable watch. You know, when it comes down to keeping time, you know, like Rolex is +2, -2. This one's running, it's running pretty good, but for a watch that's been sitting, I mean, it is slightly slow, but no slower than you know, like for instance, my Nomos Club Campus, you know, and that's a newer watch, but so it's not enough to, you know, bother you, but it's a beautiful watch. The ivory dial is sick, and yeah, I guess I just wanted to do a video on this. As far as people are asking me what's my next watch, is it going to be a Vacheron? Well, here's a Vacheron, you know. I don't really know, you know. I've like I say, spent a lot of money, but at the same time, it's nice to break this one out and put it on. It kind of brings back memories in a beautiful sense, because this is the watch I dreamed of so long ago, you know, and thought, wow, you know, this was my style at the time, you know, and it was everything that I loved, and thought, I'll never get a Vacheron Constantin, you know, and here we are. So with all that being said, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for liking and subscribing. We'll catch you on the next one.